is the story of Rapunzel.
So hello everyone, so today we have storytelling. So this is the story of Rapunzel. So a long time ago in a faraway land, a man and a woman lived happily together, waiting for the birth of their first child. They live in a small house with a big garden behind it, but they never dared to go inside the garden because they had heard witches live inside of it, and it would curse anyone who entered. One day, the woman sat by the window looking out at the garden, starving for food, when she saw that delicious vegetables and fruits growing inside without any money. They both became desperate for something to eat. The man had no choice but to sneak into the garden and take some for his wife, so he climbed over the wall and began filling his basket with all the vegetables. As he placing the last of the tomatoes in his basket, he heard a angry voice called out, "Who said you can take my vegetables?" Shocked and scared, he began with the witch. Man said, "Please, don't hurt me. I'm taking these vegetables for my wife and future child." The witch rubbed her chin and told, "Child, child, I will spare you and even let you eat all the tasty treats in my garden. But in return, you must give your child." The man was so terrified that he quickly agreed and ran back home, relieved to be safe. Not long after, the daughter was born, and the very next day, the witch kept her promise and took the child from them. The witch named the girl Rapunzel. Rapunzel grew into the most beautiful girl with a long golden hair, as long as a football field. But at age 13, the witch trapped the princess in a tower in a deep forest with no doors or stairs, so that no one could ever take her. Every morning, the witch would visit Rapunzel and say, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel would let down her hair and then would climb up to visit her. Rapunzel hated the witch visits as she was so cruel to mean. Every day, when she was alone, Rapunzel would sing out her window, dreaming of a better world. Many years later, a prince was exploring the forest when he heard the most beautiful singing he had ever heard. He followed the singing all. Many years later, a prince was exploring the forest when he heard the most beautiful singing he had ever heard. He followed the singing all the way to the tower, and he hid behind a bush. And while Rapunzel was singing, he felt instantly in love. He watched as the witch came to call out to Rapunzel and climbed the tower. After the witch left, the prince called out to the Rapunzel and bottom the tower, just like he seen in the witch do. "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair down." Down tumbled the long golden hair, and up climbed the prince. At the first, Rapunzel was frightened of the strange as he heard. He had never seen a man before, but she was immediately taken back by how lean and loving he was compared to the evil witch. Rapunzel loved hearing the princess stories of outside the world, how there were vast dim ocean to swim, the huge town squares, the hundreds of happy people, and the princess castle where she would explore all day. They fell in love immediately, and he promised to rescue her so they could live happily together, but they need a plan to escape. The next day, one day, the witch noticed the Rapunzel hiding something in the corner and grew suspicious. She discovered the silk robe and became enraged. The witch got so angry, she cut off Rapunzel's beautiful golden hair and cast a spell that sent her deep into the middle of the forest to live. When the prince came later, the day he called out, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair down. Now, hair down came tumbling Rapunzel's long golden hair. When the prince reached the top, the witch cried, "Ha! Your princess has gone forever, and you will never find her." Shocked, the prince will feel landing in a bush of the thorns that scratches his eyes and making him blind, heartbroken and blind. The prince wandered around the forest for months, calling out, the prince, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, where are you?" He did not know where he was, felt like giving up until one day he heard the most beautiful singing he ever heard. The prince said, "Rapunzel, said you." He shouted. Said Rapunzel said, "Yes, I found you at last." "Rapunzel, said you." The prince shouted. Rapunzel, "Yes, I found you at last," cried, running into his arms, and they hugged each other like tight, happy to finally be together again. She cried tears of joy that filled into his eyes and grew his blindness together. The prince led him back to his castle, and they lived happily ever after. So, the moral lesson of the story of Rapunzel teach us that the courage to explore is important, even it means stepping outside your comfort zone. Kindness and curiosity can lead to an unexpected friendship. Ultimately, love and perseverance can overcome even the trickiest situation of our lives. That's all, and thank you.